For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
Leading the division isn't enough. A World Series title is the only goal, and the front office just proved it again with a surprising signing. A new pitcher is on the way. Want to be part of the most informed fan base in baseball? Subscribe now because information is power in our quest for October. What's up, Brew Crew? Welcome back to your #1 news channel for all things Milwaukee Brewers. This is your host, always bringing you the hottest information and the most in-depth analysis you won't find anywhere else. Before we dive into today's bombshell, I need to ask for that usual favor. If you're a passionate fan like me, if you live and breathe the blue and gold and want to stay one step ahead of the news, click that subscribe button now and ring the bell. It's fast, it's free, and it ensures you won't miss any crucial updates as our team marches toward October. Trust me, things are heating up, and you'll want to be here for every single moment. Now, let's get down to business. When the MLB trade deadline passed on July 31st, many thought that General Manager Matt Arno and his staff would take a well-deserved break. After all, they were extremely aggressive, pulling off major deals that reshaped our bullpen and bolstered our postseason chances. The trade that sent Nestor Cortes to the San Diego Padres, while it stung some, was a strategic move to open up space and flexibility. And what they did with that flexibility was masterful. They brought in Shelby Miller and the big one, Jordan Montgomery from the Arizona Diamondbacks. These acquisitions signaled to the entire league that the Brewers aren't just content with leading the National League Central Division, they have their eyes firmly set on the World Series. Montgomery gave us that reliable veteran left-handed starter for the rotation, a guy with postseason experience who stabilizes the group. Miller, in turn, added another strong, experienced arm to the bullpen. It seemed like the roster was set, ready for the final battle of the regular season, but this is where the best front offices separate themselves from the rest. They never stop working. They are never satisfied. And what I'm about to tell you now is definitive proof of that. Reliable sources straight from behind the scenes of the organization have confirmed to me that the Brewers have struck again. And this time, they went fishing in the territory of an old rival on Friday in a move that flew under the radar of most national media, but that we here are highlighting. The Brewers signed veteran relief pitcher Julian Merryweather. That's right, the former Chicago Cubs pitcher. According to Kurt Hogg of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, who confirmed what I'd been digging into, Merryweather has signed a minor league deal after opting out of his contract with the New York Mets. He will report to our AAA affiliate, the Nashville Sounds, to start. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. A minor league deal? What's the big fuss about? And that's where the analysis, the strategic vision behind the move comes in. Let's break down who Julian Merryweather is. This isn't just some rookie. We're talking about a veteran with 6 years of MLB experience. Drafted in the 5th round of 2014 by the Cleveland Guardians, he was a late bloomer but made his debut in 2020 with the Toronto Blue Jays. His time in Toronto was mixed, with a 5.64 ERA in 47 games, showing flashes of a powerful arm but struggling with consistency and injuries. It was with the Cubs, our division rival, that he found a more solid role. From 2023 to part of 2025, he was a regular piece in Chicago's bullpen, accumulating 105 appearances and a much more respectable 4.26 ERA. He knows our division, he knows our opponents, he knows what it takes to pitch in important NL Central games. Recently, he was in the Mets system, where he pitched in 12 games for AAA Syracuse, posting a 4.50 ERA. The numbers don't jump off the page, but the potential is there. Merryweather has a fastball that can touch 98 mph and a devastating slider. When he's in control, he can be an effective weapon against both right-handed and left-handed hitters. This signing isn't about him being our closer tomorrow. It's a depth play with zero risk and a potentially high reward. Matt Arnold is essentially buying a lottery ticket, but one with much better odds than usual because the player in question has a proven track record in the big leagues and extra motivation to prove he still belongs at the highest level. The signing of Julian Merryweather, while it may seem small on the surface, is a microcosm of the philosophy that has made the Milwaukee Brewers one of the most intelligent and efficient organizations in baseball. While other teams with massive payrolls chase only the biggest names, the Brewers excel at finding value where others don't look. They understand a fundamental principle of 162-game baseball plus the postseason. You can never ever have enough pitching. The season is a marathon of attrition, and roster depth is not just a luxury, it's an absolute necessity for any team with championship aspirations. Think about the current state of our bullpen. We have Devin Williams as one of the most dominant closers in the league. We have the new additions, Shelby Miller and Jordan Montgomery, who while a starter strengthens the pitching course as a whole. We have reliable pieces like Joel Payamps and Hobie Milner. But what happens if an injury occurs? What happens when arms start to feel the fatigue in September? Having a veteran like Merryweather with NL Central experience, ready and waiting in AAA, is an invaluable insurance policy. This move is strategic on multiple levels. First, as I've already mentioned, it's about depth. If Merryweather finds his groove in Nashville, he becomes an immediate call-up option. He can fill a long relief role, be a specialist for a specific inning, or even step into a higher leverage role if his performance warrants it. He gives manager Pat Murphy flexibility. Second, it's a low-risk, high-reward play. A minor league contract means the financial commitment is minimal. If he doesn't perform as hoped, the Brewers can simply move on without any significant loss. However, if they can unlock the potential the Cubs saw in him for nearly 3 seasons, they will have acquired a quality bullpen arm for virtually nothing. It's exactly this type of move that allows a market like Milwaukee to consistently compete with the Giants of Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago. Third, there's a psychological element. Signing a player who spent the last few seasons with a direct rival like the Cubs sends a message. It shows that the Brewers are vigilant for every opportunity and will not hesitate to pursue talent, no matter where it comes from. For the Brew Crew, for us fans, this news should be music to our ears. It reaffirms that our team's leadership is not resting on its laurels. They're not looking at the standings and thinking, the job is done. They're operating with the urgency and foresight of a championship team. Every move, no matter how big or small, is calculated with a single goal in mind: bringing the first World Series trophy to Milwaukee. The acquisition of Merryweather won't grab the national headlines like the Montgomery trade, but in October, when a fresh, effective pitcher takes the mound in a crucial moment, we might look back and see this August signing as one of the smartest plays of the season. It's the sum of these small advantages that builds a powerhouse. The Brewers are playing chess while many others are still playing checkers. They are building a juggernaut piece by piece, ensuring there are no weak spots when the pressure is at its highest. So to summarize the main news, the Milwaukee Brewers, already boasting one of baseball's best records and a roster fortified by the trade deadline, continue to add pieces by signing veteran ex-Cub Julian Merryweather to a minor league deal. It's a classic Brewers move. Low risk, high intelligence, and a laser focus on depth for the stretch run. Now, I want to hear from you, the Brew Crew. What do you think of this move? Do you see Merryweather making an impact on the major league team this year? Or do you think this is just a minor insurance policy? Leave your opinions in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And once again, if you appreciate this detailed analysis and want to keep getting your Brewers news fast and in depth, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to be the first to know. The road to glory is in full swing, and we'll be here covering every step of the way.